Yeah, no problem.
Hey
Just let me
everyone,
know
we are live, I think.
you're alive.
Let me know if you got audio, people. Alright.
Okay. Do you have a link to the live stream? It hasn't came up for me.
Yeah, let me.
Alright. Alright. No problem.
Hey
Just let me
everyone,
know.
we are live.
Okay. This seems better.
Let me know if
now.
you got audio. I hear your was that mine? That's mine. Hey everybody, sorry for this really rough start. I'm gonna let everyone get back in here. I just sent you guys a new link.
Yeah. Hopefully this doesn't fall out like it did last time. It's looking
Yeah.
better now.
Okay.
Okay. So do you want to do the intro again, or do you want to wait a wee while to make
Yeah,
sure
let me
people are back in?
let's wait a little bit until more people get in.
All right. No
So
problem.
just real quick though, everyone, the Volgan's here. He's gonna help me out and kind of vet some questions. In case I miss, just because that's going. Thank the Volgan.
Yeah.
And I do apologize if you hear screaming and dog was barking.
I remember old live streams. I got to see your dog.
Yeah,
That's a
no,
massive dog.
he's a puppy then. He's massive now.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello, maintain OPSEC. I didn't know I would be meeting you either. S online. Stop spamming, dude. Come on. Mr. Heppo said Volgan equals Duxon. How dare?
Yeah, if you're gonna start spamming, guys, I will have to do it. The other questions are being answered. I don't want to.
It's like being a child wrangler sometimes. You're in timeout, bud.
Believe me, I've got experience.
Lillian says, can we ask the questions? We're just waiting until a few more people filter in first, and then Clay will get things started off. My microphone is cutting it. Are they talking about your mic or my mic?
Oh, it might be mine. Just move it closer. I have a noise gate on it just to keep my fans from my computer spam the whole time.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go to my desktop and stuff. If you just want to start collecting questions, I guess we can probably start now.
All right, cool. Well, just right off the bat, the Egg Demon says, can the questions be semi-off topic?
Yeah.
They can be.
Yeah, that's fine.
I guess you could be the judge whenever I ask. You can just go, next question, please. If you don't feel like answering it.
Sure. Sure.
Okay, so getting off to the obvious start. So Jacob, filmmaker, says, what was the budget for 096?
Sure. So we did the Kickstarter and we ended up raising, I think, 21 like 86 or something. And after Kickstarter took their cut, I think we ended up with 18 something. And then so a lot of that went into paying people, which for the MTF shoots, I mean, we had about 30 people on set. Had a lot of post-production costs, a lot of 3D models being purchased, and had a modeler do 096. Let me just go back to so yeah, a lot of it went into post-production. I got a motion capture suit here. This made it super easy for me to just go out and just in my room here and just capture whatever I needed. So yeah, there was a lot of CGI and stuff in it, obviously. Yeah, I mean, that's where a lot of the budget went.
Was it the Rococo suit?
Yes,
I think
it was the
yeah.
Rococo Smart Suit Pro.
Yeah, I seen Rococo actually retweeted the movie.
They've been pretty.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, they've been pretty helpful. Like, they've been talking with me and stuff. They do have smart gloves that they just are coming out with in June that I was gonna try and get a hold of those, because those would have been super helpful. Because any hand animation had to be hand animated.
Yeah, that's one thing, because I've been looking into Blender animation myself, and hands are always what I was looking at going, how would you even think about animating hands? They're so complex.
Yes.
Like, to animate convincingly,
yes.
you know, like naturally.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess that this question from Purple Clover kind of dovetails, but it said, Purple Clover says, how long did it take to animate 096 alone?
So I did, I used the Smart Suit Pro to give me the base animation, but because of 096's limbs are not humanly proportioned, I had to go back and tweak and stuff, because obviously there would be geometry that would intersect.
Yeah, of course.
You know, things that just wouldn't look right. Yeah, so it helped out a lot just to get that convincing movement and stuff. Like the containment breach scene, each of those characters was just motion capture, and then I just put a 3D camera attached to their head. That
3D camera?
Well, like that's where I just attached the camera.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so that helped. I feel like made it look like it was, you know, just body cam footage.
Yeah, that was kind of impressive at the very start, where 096 is actually, you know, breaching out of his containment cube.
Yeah.
The scientists, which I assumed all the scientists were completely computer generated, or not computer generated, but rendered digitally, right?
Yeah, all the whole intro scene was all CG.
Yeah, like that was fantastic looking. But what I noticed about that was you mounted kind of like cameras. It was like a first person view shot of a guy with a tablet.
Oh yes.
Was that completely digital?
Yeah, that was all. That whole breach scene was all CG.
Wow. And I suppose that's the advantage of using the mocap suit.
Yes.
Because it was very convincing.
Yeah, no,
like I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah, the whole movement was, I mean, reliant on it being convincing body movement. So even though the hands, I wish I could have done more on the hands. But yeah, no, I really was happy with the way that the environment looked.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I mean, I
Thank you,
suppose
vegetable.
you can. I suppose if you could nitpick for forever, but
I
then
could.
you'd never release anything.
Yeah, I mean that's what took so long. Well, what really took so long is a lot of those scenes being rendered out, and some of those scenes were 1,000+ frames, and that 2 minutes a frame. And then if something is wrong, and then you have to go back, and so there's multiple iterations of a lot of those shots that it just takes time.
Yeah,
And
for
then
sure.
and I'm doing it at night, and yeah, no,
Mhm.
it just takes a lot of time.
This was a $5 super chat from Vegetable. They say, "Hey Clay, I absolutely loved the movie, and I hope to see more from you. Here's my question: Who made the music for the film?"
Yes, so Ian Boswell did the intro score. He is local to Pittsburgh and was referenced to me from Nathan, the executive producer, who did a lot of behind the scenes work that no one will really see. He helped out a ton. So yeah, he did the intro score. Did a fantastic
It
job
was
on
masterful, by the
it.
way.
Yeah, it was really. He did a really good job on it. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
The link I believe is in my one of my videos. You can go and download the track for free. He yeah, and then the rest of it was licensed underbed music. That stuff I can't release in the whole. Like I can't just put it out there. Like, I'm not gonna say what you can do, but but I can't just put it out there.
Of course. Yeah, that's cool. You mentioned your producer there, Nathan.
Yes.
Well, what's his full name so everybody can appreciate?
No, you'll see it. I mean, he's in the credits there at the beginning and at the end. Nathaniel Peters. He is a
Cool.
local producer who's worked on a lot of Netflix shows and stuff that come here. So he's got a lot of experience with that stuff. He was very helpful in the whole like managing budget and getting people on the day of and making sure all that stuff happens.
Sure.
He is Dark Math Pictures is his production company.
Oh right, okay. I thought that was your production company.
No, I do not have one. No, I'm just solo operating.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to know. Thank you, Nathan. So let's see. Darth Rednax said, "Will we see the model without scramble?"
You can actually,
face,
you can go back and look at the other previous live streams and check it out, because we put some hair on 096 and we made him dance. That was before we had any idea what we could. We were waiting for money at that part. We were doing this live stream. It's gonna look like we were wasting time, but we had nothing that we could do.
Yeah.
I'd already paid.
This is actually one of my questions. What about the model? Did you say you didn't create the model yourself? You purchased it from someone, or was it custom?
Yeah, no, I hired out someone to do the model.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, because initially I thought it was kind of like an asset that you got off a store, and I was thinking it's very specific looking to be an asset.
Yeah, no, I gave him all of the information and stuff. I gave him pretty much the description of him. He just gave him back. So.
Yeah, I think it was one of the universally praised things of the movie. It's like it was so spot on. Like, let's see.
I think my cat
Cheese Yourself says, "Are you having a nice day?"
Yeah, it's actually nice. It's kind of sunny out. It's gonna be warmish, so.
Oh, nice. It's a shame we can't take a lot of advantage of the good weather with quarantine and all that.
Yeah. Luckily,
it's better than raining.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they say we can at least go out and walk around and just stay away from people.
Yeah, true. Exactly. Chunsig King says, do you plan to make short films for other SCPs?
It's a good question. This this film took a whole lot, a whole lot of my time. That, I mean, looking back at, if I could do anything different, it would probably been rein in some of the aspects of the film, because I doing a whole bunch of scenes CG. It sounded great at first, and it ended up taking a lot. So I would do more SCPs, but I would probably tailor them a bit more in just being able to do a lot more on shooting and not so much in post.
Yeah. I suppose not only does it make things easier for you, but it also decreases the budget as well.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing is I'm basically doing the work for free. It's my time that
Yeah. It's a good way to save money. I know that from being a designer. Like, I used to do like websites and stuff. So things that would have to outsource, I could do myself. Whereas it's cool, but you also have to, sacrifice your own time to do it. So
yeah,
you pay in other ways. This is a good one. XJX Oof says, are you gonna upload a video of the 096 noises you made? You didn't make them though. Who actually made them?
Hold on one sec. My little guy's in here.
All right.
Come on in, bud. Not right now, bud. Why? You want to come sit here? Huh? Do you want to see? Here. Oh. My little guy's here, so just gonna watch. So yeah, what was the question again?
The question was from XJX, and he says, are you gonna upload a video of the 096 noises you made? Or I guess who made them, because you didn't make them.
Yeah, no, we had a local guy do it. Let me get his exact back. Yeah, he actually filled in for we had someone else, and then they had issue or problems, I think car problems. He came in, he did a phenomenal job. Like, he gave it his all. So he did some really unsettling noise. I believe he goes by Freezy.
Freezy?
Yeah, no, he's a local I believe rap artist. He was like just amped up about doing it. I want to get.
Oh yeah, man.
Harvey Daniel.
Harvey Daniels. What a second name to do 096.
Seriously.
You can't write that stuff. Well, I guess you can. Anyway, let's see. Clips says, how did you get 3 V22 Ospreys?
Yeah, those were all CG. Here, I can actually go for some of those CG, the A10 shots. Yeah, the whole obviously the whole A10 scene was CG. Models were purchased just because it would take so much more myself. Sure. So yeah, that's the whole the balance of time versus can I just pay and get these things done. And it was nice that I could just like plop these models in,
Yeah, I guess that's why the budget existed.
Yes.
Really, for the movie to you know.
And then Octane is super fast, so it's like I can just kind of pivot around until I find a good composition that I want to work with, and then I believe these backgrounds and stuff here are all just projections of environments on planes and stuff. So I would use photo references for the ground and background stuff. I
don't pause it.
Oh no, I'm not pausing it. It's not pause button. See? Yeah, so here's one shot. I'll do a couple more if you want to have any more questions.
Yeah, for sure. Dank Dean Beans says, "Do you think you'll make a part 2?" Which I guess is kind of similar. Are you going to make any other films? But I guess I'll kind of elaborate on that question. What things from the movie that you weren't that you couldn't do via budgetary or time constraints, like what would you have liked to do that you didn't get the opportunity to do?
I did want to originally do that whole town scene with the MTF coming in and blindfolding, bagging civilians, but obviously that started ballooning up in how much you got to pay for police to shut down certain areas, and yeah, it's just budget-wise, that stuff just gets out of hand real quick.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or I could just do it all CG, you know. Then it would take another 6 months. Yeah.
It's like tune in 3 years from now whenever the renders will be
my goodness,
finished. Yeah. Let's see. Maintain Ospec. Was Inspector Arlia part of the internal security department?
So yeah,
that's a lower question.
Yeah, so she would be basically their internal what is it called with the police that investigate their internal affairs.
Oh, internal affairs, yeah. Yeah. So like the SCP equivalent to internal affairs.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be it.
Who was it that played Arlia again? I don't have the credits.
Stephanie Half
done a fantastic
job.
job.
She did a very good job.
Yeah,
with the role.
Stephanie Half. Yeah, she did such a good job. And this is kind of unrelated to Stephanie, but I assume you've seen all the meme templates.
Oh man. Yeah.
So if you haven't seen them, there's a lot of good ones. Some of them I can't really share in this stream though, because some of them are kind of not safe for work. But yeah, very good. They're very good.
Yeah, I did originally have as well the Blackhawk, because originally the Blackhawk, I think Echo Romeo's following 096 in the desert and is shooting at it with a anti-material rifle. To me, it just didn't make a whole lot of sense with if this helicopter is at full speed and someone is trying to snipe from that platform. It's just like, it is not a good platform to be trying to sharpshoot from.
No.
So I opted to go with the A10 instead and just have Echo Romeo and stuff come in the Ospreys after.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. Was there any assets that you recycled from your last SCP film, or were they all pretty much new?
No, yeah, everything was new. Yeah, because I think the only other thing we used from Site 22, we just had helicopters and then the monster. Everything else was just real.
Yeah. This is actually something I've been wondering for a while. Did you ever get to like draft your original SCP film? Did you ever get to draft that SCP as in like a written document, or did you never get around to it?
No, I didn't. I know I did see a lot of people say that they were going to. I don't know if it ever came about. It might have. Um, oh, it looks like I gotta run
Oh, that would have been awesome if it did. I'll
Yeah,
have to
I
keep
would
a
have loved
lookout.
to see someone kind of just, even if it wasn't exactly that, just kind of adapted into one.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm not so much of a writer.
Um,
I'm sure mine would be trash.
likewise, I'm not really a writer at all. This is kind of related in a way, but to the 096 Scream question. What was it Dory Do Guy 289 says, why didn't you use the original Scream from Containment Breach, like the video game one?
Yeah, so I had it in as temp, but it just wasn't long enough, and it started getting very repetitive. Plus, I
Yeah.
thought that it could, we could probably do something a bit more,
Yeah.
just take it a little step forward. Sure.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people are asking the same question that you've already answered, but apparently, will you make another one? Is a question that's constantly being
Yeah,
asked.
yeah.
So it's like that's a big maybe, I guess. For me.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if I would. I don't think I would do it through Kickstarter again, just because I feel like that timeline.
Mhm.
You need. I feel like you would need a year and a half to 2 years.
Yeah.
To do another one, and I feel like that kind of sucks for people. But I mean, I don't know. That's just my feeling. If I did any more kind of on my own, it would probably be smaller, shorter, maybe vignettes on other SCP.
Yeah, if any. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I even
That
thought
makes
about
sense.
doing like kind of an overview, kind of like how the intro was, but with like it would be like those small vignettes of other SCPs and kind of who the Foundation is and what they do in the dark.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something a bit, like 3 minutes ish. That would just be a really good introduction for people. As far as just
Mhm.
getting them interested in checking all these articles out.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's important though to make them if you're enjoying doing it, because I think if you're just doing it for the sake of it, that's probably not the way to go, especially considering it's such a big time investment from you personally.
Yeah, it a lot of time.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
what was that? It was about a year and 2 or 3 months, right?
So yeah, it was I think in April, late April, or maybe even May is when we actually got the money.
Mm-hmm.
And shooting took place on weekends during, I believe, like July, might have even August. I know we got rained out once.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I mean it was on weekends too, and a lot of people were taking. They weren't taking pay cuts, but a lot of these people do full-time Netflix jobs.
Sure.
To get people to show up on, to do like really late shoots, and pay them right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
definitely.
that stuff I'm used to doing stuff very low key, like with a few friends and stuff. So it was step up. So besides
Yeah.
any like real work
So-
stuff, so
Yeah. So like, would this be for as a personal project? This would have been your most ambitious one to date.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I suppose you wouldn't have crowdfunded something before this, would you?
I have not done any crowdfunding.
Oh. Yeah. Wow. What a success for a first crowdfunding thing though.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of learning as I went. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If there was anything looking back on it that you would do differently from the start, would there? What would that be?
with 096, it would be difficult. I feel like any way that you go would be,
There will be challenges.
yeah. You have that like balance of doing something big enough that it would wow people, and not like, killing yourself in post production.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to
It's a
just
balancing act.
I just don't want to do a 20-minute interrogation movie, which could be fine,
no,
but like
definitely
yeah,
not.
it's
Yeah.
just to me it just feels not as interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, there's a lot of SCP purists out there that probably would pay you to create an interrogation movie, and that would
maybe
be it.
that would be
But I
that would be
guess
fine
from
if that was the expectation.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I guess from a creative standpoint, you want to challenge yourself in some way.
Yeah.
Um,
And I'm fine with the obviously the interrogation in 096 was there and had to be there to kind of
oh yeah, for sure.
show everything, tell everything to an audience that might not be from SCP. So I tried to make it as friendly
Yeah.
to people.
Yeah, that's what I realized, because I watched it with my girlfriend at the time, and she doesn't really know much about SCP, and it was
Really?
pretty interesting seeing her. Yeah, yeah, I know, right? But it was pretty interesting seeing her reaction, because she didn't really look confused at any stage. So
Oh,
I
that's cool.
think you communicated the information quite well. So I would say that's a success.
Good.
Let's see, what else have we got here? Oh yeah, this is a good one from Eric Reinhardt. What actually got you into the SCP universe?
It was like 2011 or 2012. 2012. The first one I heard about was the staircase. I think 86.
Oh yeah, because there was a video game. That was the one that the first video game was made of.
Yeah, I don't even think it was the video game that I first saw. I think it was just like a link to the article or something, and I just started reading it and then thought it was like super cool. And then I did see the video game and stuff, and that was cool. I just thought the whole aspect of just the never-ending staircase and this foundation that kind of just investigates all this stuff. I know it's kind of like X-Files, but I feel like this takes it a step further than Files.
Yeah, because I was speaking to I was doing an interview with Bruce Green and Lawrence Sontag a few weeks ago, and that's what they said. They said that the X-Files is kind of like a cheat code to explaining to the layperson what the SCP Foundation is.
Yeah, and I know there was some other sci-fi show. I think it was Site 13, Warehouse 13.
I think it's Warehouse 13.
Yeah, I think that's it. I haven't actually seen any of the episodes though. I don't.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, but a lot of people mention it.
Yeah, I think it was 87 was the staircase.
Yes, the staircase. Yeah.
And then I think 093 was another one that I really loved, and I would love to do something on, but that would just be another nightmare.
Yeah, yeah. Because actually, this is actually a really funny thing that happened. You created, I think it was a couple of renders of the Red Sea object, like the person walking into the mirror.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
the monsters and but I didn't know it was you for years. They were just around. They were very cinematic looking renders. So was that the first thing you created of SCP?
Let me go back and see here. Yeah, no, it was the up up on screen. You might not see when the stream catches up. I think it was the big monster dude chasing the D-class guy in like 3 MTF. It was that one, and then I kept doing. This was like early me getting into 3D.
Okay.
Yeah, that one, and then 3 years ago is when I did the mirror.
Is that, man? Is that it? It
Yeah.
seems like it's been there forever. pretty much.
Yeah, 3 years ago, that's it.
Yeah. No, it's like I think it was that secure, contain, protect poster.
Oh yeah, that
came
one
up.
too.
It was that one that it looked so cinematic that I thought it was part of an animated movie or something.
Yeah, that was
It's very good, though.
3 years ago. Yeah, they were roughly around the same.
Yeah, and then I think it was last year that you created the official artwork for 106.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
106 would be kind of fun
Yeah.
to do some. Just
I
even
mean,
if it's
yeah.
just a short.
I mean, if you have the model already,
Yeah.
why not?
I would probably redo the model because I think the model was like if you saw it in any other light, it would probably be bad.
Oh, do you think so?
Yeah, because I kind of repurposed like a zombie skin thing.
Yeah.
I made some adjustments to it, but
Yeah.
I'd probably, if I had to do anything live action with it, I'm sure I'd have to get something high poly or
Yeah. I suppose that's the advantage of some SCP photography. Like they're on purpose. They're meant to be quite low fidelity anyway, so I
yeah.
suppose the worse quality it is, the better.
That's what, like, doing the body cam footage and POV stuff is kind of lends itself to CG stuff because you kind of dirty it up and
Yeah, you don't have to be like super intensive about like fixing mistakes because you can add a glitch here and there, or
yep.
or just lower the resolution of it. Let's see. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, yep. I'm trying
That's
to look
okay.
through them too.
Yeah,
At that
just because I have a few ones saved here. Not sure. Aiden Wandang says, "How many actors, voice actors, and other proms did you use in the short film? Other people did you use?"
So there was probably like 10 voice actors total.
Was that including yourself?
No. Oh no, not including myself. Yeah, I just did the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the 2 researchers. You obviously did Big Brother.
Yay.
The A10 pilot, a couple of the MTF from the satellite view, or the drone view.
Okay.
Then the O5. And then
Okay.
what was the other part of that question?
It was I don't actually know because it said, how many actors, voice actors, and other proms did you use in the short film? I don't know what that means. Maybe it's a typo. I don't know. Let's just go on to the next question. What inspired you to make the film in the first place? I guess that's a good one. That was from Relics.
So at the end of Site 22, I ended up doing a poll on what SCP you'd want to see next. And I think I put 096, 106, 93, and Other, and I just let it go for a while, and then it was like
Yeah.
it was a super resounding 09. I thought it'd be good.
Yeah.
You want to do something original too, but I thought it'd be fun to take
Sure.
one and adapt it.
Yeah. Especially considering, like, the original document has such a good addendum. Like the
Oh
incident.
yeah.
Is so good.
Site 13 would be
Yeah.
cool too.
Yeah.
It'd be difficult,
Yeah,
but it'd be
that would be like a production scale,
Yeah.
like the first 8 seasons of Game of Thrones. But yeah. SS Online. Okay, I'm finally gonna read one of your questions out. Not because you spammed though. He says, "What would you be doing if you weren't working on the film or soundtracks?"
Probably just a lot of freelance VFX jobs. I do a lot of freelance jobs too,
Yeah.
apart from my full-time agency. But I had to turn down a lot of
Yeah, of
work
course.
this past year. So
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. What would be your favorite part of visual effects? Like, what do you enjoy doing the most?
I love composition and camera movement, lighting. Not so much 3D modeling. I feel like I just would just take forever at doing it.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, no, I just love, and then getting the renders into After Effects and kind of trying to make them
Tinkering about
real.
with them.
Yeah, it's fun. That part's fun.
Yeah. Like, do you have any examples of people that you respect that do the same things that you do?
I think I want to get his name right. The director who did the movie Monsters. I think he ended up doing Godzilla later on. He basically went down to Mexico with a small crew plus 2 actors, and they just made a full feature-length movie of these two, like a journalist and some girl, like getting through like an alien asteroid or something had crashed into an area, and it basically made this huge amount of unlivable area because like the aliens kind of like came off and they started just reproducing and stuff.
Yeah.
Streamed.
Just trying to see if I can find it there. Was it 2015? Oh, sorry.
2010 was Monsters. Gareth Edwards. Ended up doing Rogue One and
Oh, that Gareth Edwards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's really good. I mean, that like the Rogue One was so beautifully shot.
It was so good.
Yeah, definitely.
No matter how you feel about
I'm a massive Star Wars fan.
Yeah, no matter how you feel about
the
any
last
of
2
them.
minutes. Sorry.
Oh, that was so good. It was so good.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, the Egg Demon says, not sure if you've already answered this question, but what's your favorite early SCP? If any.
It'd still probably be 93.
93, yeah. That's my answer as well.
Yeah.
Such a massive, like, really good world building as well.
It is.
With that SCP too.
So good. Do you how do you feel about the Lord Blackwood?
I haven't actually read them because people ask me to adapt them all the time because I'm such an advocate of 093, so
Yeah.
they always say Lord Blackwood and Land of the Queen. What about yourself? Have you read them or?
I have. They're fine. I feel like it depends on what kind of how you see the SCP Foundation. If you see it more of like a not lighthearted, but I don't know how to put it. I guess it's just the way that I see the SCP Foundation. It would be like super dark. They're trying to maintain budget all the time. And I don't know, I just see it being very bleak. Like just like mentally to have people that can deal with this kind of stuff would be like super difficult.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I really do have to read it. It's just whenever your whole life is reading SCP stuff, you kind of need to take a break from time to time, you know. That's pretty much it. Let's see. Flubba Jubba, what a name, says in the film 096 appears to eat people's faces. I assume that's the redacted thing he does in the addendum, but how was that decided? I'm not sure Clay could answer that, but anyway.
That was kind of just on a necessity of wanting to show carnage, but there was nothing that was left. It would kind of be, I mean, I guess we could have just thrown blood around, but
yeah, true.
I don't know. That was just a creative liberty I took and decided that it would just eat your eyes and whatever frontal cortex because you saw its face.
Yeah.
That, and I just thought that like just showing ripped off faces would be pretty cool.
Yeah, because I think it's theatrically a lot more shocking to see that than just a pool of blood.
Yeah, it definitely like just really shows the weight of when you come across a dead body and you see its face ripped off of all these other people. It kind of, I think it'd be more chilling for the person seeing it rather than seeing nothing.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. Oh, that's a good one actually. The Egg Demon says, has the original author commented on the short film yet?
I have not. I've tried to track him down. I can't.
Yeah, Dr. Dan is an elusive one because you find this with a lot of authors, especially SCP authors that have written things from season or series 1.
Yeah.
Like we're going back almost 10 years at this point, so some of them have just left and don't talk to anybody, you know. Doc Play Helldivers says, question, Volgan, would you please ask him about when the dawn breaks? I assume you mean when day breaks?
I haven't really gotten into all of the proposals.
No,
I know I need to. Yeah, I know I need to.
Yeah.
How many are there? Oh, it's just kind of like that free.
Oh, there's so many now, and they're constantly being added to as well. Like, it's like series 1.
I also took inspiration from, I know I saw a couple Ario's whole tunnel raid scene or like the MTF approaching 6.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Sicario's so good.
What else was it? Cabin in the Woods. Love the MTF getting eaten by all the monsters. That's like my favorite.
Oh yeah.
It's so good.
Definitely. It's always Cabin in the Woods that gets referenced as like the closest thing, you know, for a blockbuster movie that we'll get to SCP. Also, what's that other one with Natalie Portman? That was quite a recent one too.
Annihilation.
That's it.
Yeah, that was a pretty good. Yeah. SCP.
Yeah,
I think they were. Weren't they called the Foundation?
I think they were, yeah. And then you've got the likes of the video game Control as well.
I did. I haven't played it. I've watched some gameplay on it. It does look quite confusing, but does look very SCP-like.
It definitely does, because I mean it's the first game that's came out that has been directly kind of inspired, and the developers themselves have even cited the SCP wiki
Oh, nice.
as the inspiration, you know. So that's cool. It's projects like it, the reason I initially was so excited about the 096 film is because I knew it would introduce a lot of new people to the fandom as well. Likewise with the video games like SCP Unity and all those guys. It's brilliant what just a writing website has
Yeah.
has spawned. It's
Seriously,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just trying to, because there is a lot of repeats here, and I don't want to keep on answering or asking you the same thing. Ray Rocco says, "How did the editors manage to perfectly hide each frame of 096's face?" I guess
Very
the editor was
expensive.
just you, right?
Yeah, no, it was. Still hasn't made it to me yet. So. Bad.
Yeah. Let's see. There's a lot of people shouting at people for spamming. Some SS Online says, "Will you continue doing Half-Life 2 videos?"
Yeah, that was one of my early college films. Was the Red Letter Day Half-Life film.
All right.
Was super.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it was super. Not great, but I do love Half-Life 2. Like, obviously, Half-Life 2 Alex is coming out tomorrow. Excited.
Yeah, Monday.
As far as if I'll make more videos, I don't know. Probably not. But I do take inspiration from it.
Yeah. I guess, I mean, with Half-Life Alex coming out, it may inspire you, but I guess.
Yeah, maybe. I thought about doing at least something short, just because I love that whole universe there. So
it was actually like 2 or 3 years ago, I think it was at this point. Whenever I think it was the plot details for Half-Life 3 got leaked.
Oh, I did hear that, and then they had to just like can it or something.
Yeah, like I think that's what happened. Like it's never gonna come out. Because like I think that's why they had to change all the names in the script or something. Yeah. For legal reasons, I guess. Yeah. A question to the Volgan. Okay. What was your favorite and least favorite part of the short film? I mean, my favorite part was whenever Dr. Daniels says full fucking pixel, because it's always been something I find so creepy about the original document, actually seeing that, you know, acted out so well. I was a fan of that part. I mean, least favorite, I don't really have a least favorite part. I don't know if you know, but I was pretty stoked about this film. I pretty much didn't shut up about it for a year and got very defensive about it, more so than Clay, and I didn't even make the bloody thing. Yeah, I liked it. Mr. Hippo says, "Have you ever watched Confinement?"
I have. It's very good. Lord Bung is very good at creating that styles.
For sure.
Lovely. So yeah, it's a really good series.
Yeah, I think it's always what people compare it to is it should be something on Adult Swim. Like it's that kind of quality.
It's that like BoJack Horseman kind of.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh, that's a good one. SS Online says, "What was the hardest scene or part to animate, act, or draw in the film?"
Containment breach scene took a lot of time just because I basically rendered out 2 full versions of those POV cameras, and then I kind of edited with them, so I had the render frames that weren't actually going to be used, but I wanted to be able to use them if I had to change it later on, so I didn't want to just render out just those sections that I needed, because things did change and shorten certain things once voiceovers kind of came in.
Sure.
It was very difficult with having everything timed right, because I would do the mocap separately for each person, so it would kind of be, I think everything before 096 breaking out of the containment was one take, and as soon as he broke out, that was a separate take. That way position them kind of stuff. I wish I could have done more with that simulation of him breaking out. It's just that whole scene was a very difficult thing to wrangle.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, for sure. Especially when you said there was no practical things in that scene.
Yeah,
like they were all generated.
So you want to change one thing and then you have to end up fixing a whole lot of other things. It just leads into.
Yeah, like that's the problem of doing massive renders. As soon as you spot a mistake, and you have to do it all over again.
Yeah, I mean, there were some parts where I would just re-render a section and then hope that nothing changed. I just overlaid it on top of the previous and kind of faded it in.
Yeah.
Just so that there wasn't any popping.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Scout for Life 555 says, do you play any SCP games that you take inspiration from?
God, I haven't gamed much this whole past year. I think the only thing I've really played is Boneworks on VR.
Oh, Boneworks, yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so rewarding playing.
Yeah, like a funny fact about that game, they actually used it's a guy called Toad King. Foundation After Midnight Radio is his podcast. But he made the field codes. In my accent, it's kind of hard to understand. But field as in, a field.
Field code,
F-E-I-L-D code.
Yeah.
They actually used those codes in the game. Which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. Did they not cite where they got them from?
They originally didn't cite them.
Okay.
But they have now, so it's all good.
That's all good. That game was
as far as I know.
It was basically a tech demo for what VR should feel like when you're operating firearms and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
There's other games too, like Onward and stuff, but Boneworks actually, like, everything physics based is just definitely the way that hopefully Half-Life 2 Alyx will be like.
Yeah, hopefully it's good.
Yeah, I mean,
I seen the trailer, and that looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
No commentary says, which SCP would you like to have on your desk right now?
Oh man.
My answer would be 999.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah. Isn't that the one that just
like the perfect desk?
Yeah, it's just a squishy.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll wrap up here in about 5 minutes. Right. So if you have any pressing questions that you might not have heard yet, go ahead and get those out.
I'll just we'll do a final kind of asking of the questions that get asked all the time. Is like, are you gonna make another SCP movie, Clay?
I'm not gonna say no. I don't know if it would be 20 minutes or that length again. I won't rule it out.
That's fair. I mean, I think Clay needs a break. let's give him at least a year,
Yeah.
and then he'll think about it.
My family misses me, so.
Exactly. Life comes first. SCP comes second.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's see. He just answered that one about the video games. Question: would you accept a request from Netflix or Amazon Prime for a full SCP movie or even a series? Legally, that would be shaky, but I'll let you answer.
Yeah, no, I don't think Netflix is going to touch. I don't think anyone's going to touch SCP. That isn't has some other method of funding. Like, I don't see it happening.
Yeah, like for those of you who don't really get the Creative Commons thing, the reason Netflix or someone like that will not fund an SCP movie is they typically, if you get an investor, it means if they invest something into your movie, it means they own exclusive rights to it, and you can't own exclusive rights to an SCP movie. That's why it won't be funded privately. What Clay did with Kickstarter is the only way that you will ever be able to fund something like that.
Yep.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And you would have to raise a ton to get enough to do a proper hour and a half movie.
Like if you could generate any amount of money, what money would it take to make an hour and a half long movie? This is hypothetically, by the way. This isn't Clay promising anything.
Yeah, no, that's a good question though, because I mean, you could choose an SCP that would be not as demanding. Because obviously 682 would be a real pain to make a movie about.
Yeah.
Even doing one that would contain multiple SCP take a lot.
Yeah, like a containment breach style.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like you'd have to be at least in the 500K realm. I mean, if you look at It Follows was a good horror movie that really its monster could have been an SCP. That
I love that movie so much.
But it was done really cheap too.
I guess though, because you can afford to do things like that quite cheap, because they do have special effects in that movie.
Oh, never mind. It was $1 million. I was thinking
really that cost $1 million.
Yeah, I was thinking that was gonna be maybe sub 500.
So what? Yeah, same here.
So I mean, I guess you're gonna. It's inevitable. I mean.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Plus, you don't own the rights to it when it's out. So. Putting money in.
Exactly. And if you're releasing something, Creative Commons share alike 3.0, you're not going to own it. So, if you tell an investor, invest $1 million into this movie that you'll never get back, you'll just be laughed at.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. We're getting a lot of repeats still, so. Bit 8, will you release more of the 096 soundtrack soon?
Probably not. I don't believe I can, because some of it was purchased. I don't think I can distribute on its own.
It was a specific type of license.
Yeah, so as far as you ripping it from the film.
Yeah. Sure.
Answer 2 more questions.
All right. Okay. 2 more questions. So make them good. Okay. Lynx Khan says, question. If you were to cast any actor to star in an SCP movie, who would you cast? I guess you would need to think of a role for them to
Yeah,
play.
yeah, you would definitely have to fit them to a role.
Yeah.
Man, that is that.
Let's come up with a role. Like, let's say like a doctor. Right, so Dr. Clef. Who would you cast as Dr. Clef?
That's really tough.
I know who I would cast as Clef.
Who would you cast?
Because it's who I based my voice on, and that is Bruce Campbell.
Okay.
You know Ash,
Yeah.
Ash from The Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe not as he is now because he's slightly older now, but a
Yeah.
young Bruce Campbell, definitely.
That's a good one. Don Cheadle would be good.
Oh hell yeah! Yeah, Don Cheadle's a legend. Okay, that was a good one, Lynx. Thank you. This is the last question. This is gonna have to be a banger, folks. BLKMN says boxers are briefs. No, that doesn't count. That was a joke. Let's see. Come on. Hasbro Games, right? This is the last one. When making 096 a Scream, is that what you originally thought it would sound like, or did you have a more specific vision?
I thought that it should be deeper. Just because I feel like this thing belting out. Once it's like angry, I feel like it should just like I felt like the deeper tone fit him. Nothing wrong with the original sound. It just we couldn't use enough of that without it being repetitive. So.
Yeah, I get it. If you're just looping the same sound effect over and over again, it kind of sounds a little bit silly. Yeah.
Cool. I just want to give a shout out before we wrap up here to all the Patreon peeps that are supporting me.
Hell yeah.
All those people, thank you so much for supporting me. Really appreciate it. And all those Kickstarter backers obviously made this happen. And the Volgan for basically getting the thing funded and moderating today.
Yeah, thanks very much. It's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Anything else you want to talk about before we wrap up?
No, that's all good. That's everything I wanted to say. I said. Hopefully that everyone got to know something that they didn't already know.
Yeah, and if you do have any more questions, you can always DM me on Instagram. I try and answer pretty much everything on there. Yeah, so we might do this again at some point, and I might just do like a live art. I might do some concept art for another SCP.
Oh hell yeah! Hype.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Cool. Well, thank you all for joining me. Thank you, Volgan, for joining and moderating.
You're welcome.
We'll see all you guys later. Peace out, guys.
Goodbye. Bye.